Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for turning if you are one of my regular subscribers, and if this is your very first time clicking on my video, hello, welcome to the channel. Here we talk all things budgeting, and I am just showcasing my journey getting out of debt. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, please go ahead, hit the subscribe button, join the family, and we can go through all of this crazy stuff together. So for today's video, we will be doing a weekly check-in. I like to do these because they keep me in line in terms of my budget. Today's weekly check-in is going to be from June 1st to June 6th, and we're just going to list all of our expenses that we had and make sure that we are ending with the right amount of money. So let's just go ahead and get started. So as always, I like to start off my check-ins just making sure that all of the bills that were supposed to be getting paid during this week have gotten paid. So for the first, we did pay our rent, so that can go ahead and get a check. We did pay PSE&G, so that can get a check, and we paid Netflix as well, so that will go ahead and get a check. And on the 4th, our Hulu came out. That was an automatic payment, so that will get a check as well. So now let's go to our expense tracker and list all of our expenses. Alright, so here we have our expense tracker, and here I just list everything that we did for that coming week. So on the 1st, I started off filling up my Easy Pass, and if you don't know what that is, it's like a toll, like when you drive your car through a toll, you pay it. So I went back home, and as I said, I live about an hour away from home, and I needed to fill up my Easy Pass to accommodate for the tolls that I would pay. So I'm just going to put Easy Pass here, and I just took this money out of my gas category. I normally would take it out of car maintenance, but again, I am saving every penny that I can in regards to that, so I just took it out of gas. And that amount was $10 that I put on that. And then also to prepare for the drive, I went to Costco, filled up my tank for the drive, and that's under gas category, and that is going to be $15. I'm loving this low amount. I think gas prices are going to go up soon, so I'm trying to enjoy it as much as I can. So then on the 6th, I went ahead and did some laundry. I'm sorry, not the 6th, the 2nd. I did some laundry, and I took that out of my toiletries, and that was a total of $10. I paid for laundromat, and then let me explain this process. If you have not checked out my monthly setup for June, you would know that I do not have a Wells Fargo credit card payment anymore, but I only had like a little bit of money left on the balance, and I needed to scrape together some money to pay it off because I really did not want the interest to accumulate on such a small balance. So I took out some money from here, from these expenses, to pay off my Wells Fargo credit card because I was just done with it, and it's due on the 2nd, so I wanted to pay it off before the interest kicked in again, as I said. So for the first one, we're just going to say for my Wells Fargo credit card, that's a transaction, and first out of spending, I took out $3, and then also for the Wells Fargo credit card, I took out of clothing, and that was $40. So my balance was only $43, and I made the executive decision to just take these money out. I'm not using my clothing, and I needed $43 to be done with that credit card because I was not gonna roll that in for another month. I'm sorry, I just could not. So that is what I did. Sorry if it's wrong, but it just had to get done. And then lastly, on the 3rd, I went to ShopRite, and since I did not have any money left over for groceries, which I realized when I ended my May budget. I just took this out of spending and I used $9 at ShopRite. So those are all of my expenses for this week. So now let's check in with the weekly check-in, add the numbers, and then count our cash. All right, so here we are back at our weekly check-in page. So I'm just going to write the starting balances that we ended May with. So for gas, we had $55. Spending, we had $13. Groceries, we had $0. Clothing was, toiletries was $22. And clothing was $40. So I already went ahead and listed the categories that we're working with. In terms of money that got added, we did not get paid for this week, so everything will just get $0. And I just have to state again in case somebody just doesn't know, in reference to the calendar, I know I get paid on the 5th, but I associate that payday with next week's spending. So I just say I did not get paid during this week because for majority of the time I did not have that extra money. So that is why they all get $0. So now we can put in our numbers that we just added on our expense tracker. All right, so starting off with gas, money that got taken out, we did the Easy Pass and we did gas station. So altogether, that was $25 for that. Spending, we had the $9 and then $3, so that is $12. Groceries, we did not spend anything. Toiletries was the $10 for laundry. And clothing was $40 that we spent. So unbudgeted, we did $0. And now we can go ahead and see if we have the right amounts. So I'll just get my calculator. We had $55 for gas at the beginning, nothing got added, and we spent $25. So $30 should be remaining for gas. And that is correct. Again, I just get gas from Costco, so I do not physically track it with cash. Moving on to spending, I had $13 at the beginning, I spent $12, so $1 should be left. Let me get my envelopes. Okay, got the envelopes. So spending, and we do have our $1, so that is correct. Moving on to groceries, $0, so groceries just still have nothing in it, and that is true, it's just empty. Moving on to toiletries, we had $22, we spent $10, so we should have $12 left. And I believe it's all in singles, yeah, because again I went to laundromat. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that is correct. Moving on to clothing, it had 20, we took out, it had 40, we took out the entire 40. So clothing should now be at $0. And that is true. This is also empty. So, my envelopes or my cash dividers are currently looking a little light. But that's just because I had to do what I had to do. And at the end of the day, I still didn't overspend. So I'm still on track and budget. So I'm happy. So unbudgeted is just going to be $0 as well. And then that is how we will wrap up the week. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hope this was enjoyable. And don't forget to like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel. And I will see you all next time in my next video. Bye guys.